Aloha everyone! How are you guys? Let me fix the flower just a little bit. Here we go. So my name is Yulia, your travel and lifestyle coach and educator. And today I'm recording live from my front yard here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And it's extremely sunny, so I'm wearing the hat again. I would love to know where you guys are watching from. I would love to hear your story, and perhaps we can feature each other's stories in the social media if we want to. Anyway, today's story is about how I beat all of the odds and got into the study abroad program of my dreams. And I was going to James Madison University in Virginia. And I knew one thing. I knew since I was probably like 10 years old or younger that I really wanted to study in Europe. In fact, I wanted to study in France. I wanted to go to Sorbonne, the university in Paris that I really wanted to go to. So I looked at all different study abroad programs in my university, and I started looking early. I think probably during my freshman year of college, I started obsessively looking at all the study abroad programs my university had to offer. And I was determined to find one that really speaks to me and that brings my study abroad dreams into reality. So after doing my research, all the European study abroad programs were there's different options, and I found one. I was going to College of Business. I realized that I was studying to become a Bachelor of Business Administration, and for my degree I had to do this really hard class called COB 300, College of Business 300, which was an integrated class of business operations, business marketing, business finance, and business management, taken all together as 12 credits. And students in Harrisonburg had to create a real business plan. It was like the nemesis of everybody's college of business education, although probably in the long run it helped a lot. Anyway, I wanted to do my COB 300 in Europe. This program was spectacular. I got to go, not to Sorbonne, but I did get to go to University of Antwerp in Belgium, one of the top business schools in Europe and in the world. It was a program that was jam-packed with travel, not just for fun, but for touring business, various businesses like the BMW factory, like the Stella Artois factory in Belgium, like the Heineken factory in Amsterdam, and many other business entities. Additionally, we got to learn and explore the structure of the European Union, the history of this economic union. That's what the European Union is an economic union, ultimately designed for better free trade originally. So if I got accepted into this program, not only would I get to go to study in one of the best schools in Europe, I also get to travel, I get to visit these institutions like European Parliament and just all this amazing, awesome stuff, right? With a group of 30 like-minded college students that were driven and interested in learning the same things as I was learning. The only problem, the only small little issue I had was there was only 30 spots for each semester, and there was nearly 200 applicants. And guess what? My little Ukrainian self just arrived in the United States about 3 years prior to that with practically no English, no speakable English. It took me 3 months to even speak at all in school, in high school. Now I was in college, I was freshman in college. My English was much better, but it was still not on par with the top students of our university. And those are the people that applied to this program. Their GPAs were like 3.9, 4.0. My GPA was like 2 point something. not naming any specific numbers, not trying to incriminate myself, but it wasn't good. I'm gonna tell you that. I've never failed a class, but I was far away from being a straight A student. I did not have all the extracurricular stuff and blah, 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 but I knew one thing. I knew I wanted to be part of this program. I wanted to study in one of the top universities in Europe. I wanted to tour the government institutions. I wanted to experience the study abroad life in Europe for 3 months with 30 like-minded people. And I was gonna do it. So here comes the tea of this story. How did I actually make it happen? Well, I researched everything and then some about this program way before it was even announced publicly to my class. So every year they do a little informational presentation about the program. By the time that presentation happened in September of my sophomore year college, I've already knew everything there was to know about this program. I knew their curriculum, I knew the places we were going to visit, I knew some of the previous people that attended the program, I knew most importantly the professors who were in charge of going to Europe and deciding who goes to Europe before the initial informational presentation even took place for my class in my college, for my grade level, right? So I show up knowing everything. I still sit there and listen to everything they present in this presentation. I'm like, wow, this is really it. I love what they have to share. I'm going. No matter what, I'm going. So in the end of the presentation, I get down to the podium and I walk up to the person in charge and I say, hi, my name is Julia Kristic. That's Julia. And I am absolutely obsessed with this program. It is my pleasure to meet you. And I shake their hand and I shake it like I mean it, so that they remember my face and my name when the time comes to make decisions who goes and who stays, right? You put your face up there and you make it known that you're after this and that you mean business. And that's how you get things. So this is still a year before I even apply for the program. Or no, it's like 6 months before I apply for the program. Then I continue on with my life. I continue doing wonderful, as well as I can in my classes. There are 10 prerequisite classes before you can even go into a program at all. And I am concurrently taking these classes. So I go back to my studying. I do my best to not fail any classes. I don't fail classes. I do my best to do well in these 10 business prerequisite classes before you can take this 300 level cornerstone class. So I go home and I study and I do my work and I continue research for my traveling in Europe the following year as if it was already happening. At this point, I'm still haven't applied yet. So the time comes to apply. I pour my soul into this application. I write that essay like I mean it. I check every single checkbox of all the prerequisites to go into this program. And I send it off. And I let the universe handle the rest. Okay, a couple more months goes by. The decision time is here. And guess what? I did not get in. I did not get into the program for the fall semester of 2007. I got rejected. But I got offered admission to the spring semester of 2008, which would push me back in my progress towards my diploma. But I was okay with it because I wanted to go into the study abroad. I was going to have to wait an extra semester to go. Even though all of my prerequisites were complete and I was ready to take my COB 300 that semester, I was okay. I was going to rearrange some things. It was fine. Cool. I'm celebrating. I'm going into the program. A day or two goes by. I get another email The email says that I was actually put on the waiting list for the fall program, and I was number 1 or number 2 on this waiting list. And guess what? The person in front of me did not pass all of her prerequisite classes during her whatever semester. And now this one spot was offered to me. I got to go! I got accepted. All I had to do was respond within a certain amount of time. It said whoever responds first from the waiting list will get the spot. I responded like less than 24 hours later, and long story short, all the other people on the waiting list didn't complete their prerequisites. I don't know. Whatever happened, I got the spot for the fall semester of study abroad in Antwerp, and it just was incredible. All the people, or probably like 95% of the people in that program, had GPAs so much higher than mine. It's incredible. By all the numbers, by all the odds, I should have not gotten that spot. But I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I wasn't going to just sit around and wait for it to come my way. I took proactive action. I educated myself. I reached out to the stakeholders and put my name and my face in front of them. I believed. I showed up when the time came to show up for when anybody on the waiting list could hop on. I took this opportunity to the highest, and I made it work for myself. And that study abroad was hands down one of the most incredible experience ever in my life. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. We had so much fun. I learned so much about the world and myself and the European Union and blah blah blah. It was incredible. And guess what? If you set your mind to something, if you want to experience something in your life, you can do it. Because guess what? Your experiences, your memories, your time is the only thing that counts in the end. So make it count. Make it count. You guys, thank you for watching my story. I want to hear your story. Please, 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 please drop some comments down below. Please tell me what you think about my story. If you have an idea what story you would like to hear next Wednesday, drop that down below as well. You guys, I love you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for listening to my stories. Thank you for sharing your light and your stories. Mahalo and aloha.